This is a good article about the making of Jaws. It talks about the many creative restraints that reality imposed upon young Steven Spielberg and how those ended up being his greatest assets. But one aspect that the article doesn't touch on, that isn't talked about as much, is naivete. How Spielberg undertook the making of this movie without really knowing what he was getting into. And that really was the wellspring of many of these creative restraints, his decision to film on the Atlantic as opposed to in a studio tank. Now contrast that with the advice that he gave director Kevin Reynolds before he went to make Waterworld. Spielberg said, "You are not going to shoot this on the ocean. You're going to shoot this in a studio tank. You're going to let second unit shoot the plates out on the ocean." As it turns out, that advice ends up making Spielberg look rather smart because, of course, the making of that movie didn't turn out so well. But what that also reveals to us is that if Spielberg, armed with his wisdom and experience, were to make Jaws again, he would not have made it in the same way. Your lack of knowing about exactly what will go wrong and how badly it will could be your advantage. That may be the secret sauce. And if you find yourself saying, "I would never have done this if I had known how hard it was going to be," that might be a sign that you're doing something interesting.